Hello everybody and welcome back. So I'm going to be doing a tutorial series on the following product, including how to set it up. So here we have a Viking E-1600A Emergency Telephone. So yeah, here's the front view of the phone. There's a big print that says emergency phone. There's another sign down here that says push for help. And it also has Braille writing on it for blind or low vision people. There's a light right there that indicates when the call is connected, or that also flashes when the phone is dialing out. And then here's the button that you push to actually activate the phone. Here's the bottom of the unit right here. There's a knockout in case you should need it. And here's the back of the unit. If we take off the back cover, there is the circuit board of the phone. So, I mean, how does this thing really work? Well, as soon as you push this button to activate the phone, most of the time this thing will just function as a phone that speed dials a certain program number when activated to get you help. So that phone number that it calls would lead to somewhere or someone that could get you help in case you need it. So I mean, yeah, where would this thing typically be installed? Well, really just any sort of public location. Maybe that has like security on site that could respond to this phone or something similar. Such as, I mean, maybe like a school campus or inside of an airport somewhere or maybe inside of an elevator car. And those are just examples. So the first thing I'm going to talk about in this series is how to get this thing connected to phone service. So, when you got this unit, it should have also come with a wiring harness that looks like this. Let's zoom in on it here. So yeah, it's just a 2-wire harness there, and it has a 2-pin connector on the end of it. So the red and the green, that's a tip and ring pair. Or that's signifying the tip and ring pair. That would be coming from the telephone line. So this emergency telephone only works off of landline service. So let's take off the back cover of the unit again. If we zoom in right there on the circuit board, yep. You see that 2-pin connector port right there? Well, that's where that wiring harness would go into. So yeah, we're going to take that wiring harness that I showed you earlier, and then yeah, we're going to plug it into that 2-port, or that 2-pin connector port that's on the back of the circuit board. Alright, yep, so we got it seated in there successfully. And then, after you would do that, you would need to find a way to bridge the tip and ring pair from the harness to another tip and ring pair coming from an actual telephone line. And usually the preferred method of doing that is using Scotch locks, just like it's done here. No, unfortunately, I'm not going to be making a tutorial on how to do the Scotch locks. That's a whole different thing, and if you haven't done it before, it's a little tedious and annoying. So you'll just need to look up a separate video on how to do Scotch locks if you're not sure how. I mean, realistically, if you also didn't want to do Scotch locks, you could also just probably get away with doing wire nuts, or maybe using like a wire lever connector like this that you can get from the hardware store. But Scotch locks are the typically more permanent way of splicing tip and ring pairs together to get phone service to the unit. So then after you get the wiring harness connected to the back of the phone and you get the tip and ring pair spliced to another tip and ring on an actual phone line, then you just need to connect the other end of the phone line to working phone service. So yeah, I'm gonna plug it in here. and then the moment of truth and operational test. So I'm just going to push the button to activate the phone. And there we have dial tone. But then the phone will just turn back off and hang up because it doesn't have any numbers programmed in it to dial. But now we know the phone service works. So that's going to conclude it for this episode. So thank you guys all for watching, and hope to catch you in the next one.